In this question, in number 12, in section 3.5, we want to write the equation of the line that passes through these two ordered pairs. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is find the slope. Once I find the slope, I can go ahead and use that with point-slope form to write the equation of the line. So I'm going to write over here on this screen. Those are my two ordered pairs, and to find my slope, I'm going to subtract y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so y2 is negative 2 minus y1 negative 1, so it'll be plus 1, so I'm going to get negative 1. And x2 is negative 9 minus x3 is negative 3, so that's going to be negative 6. Okay, so two negatives, that is the same thing as positive 1/6. Okay, so I was asked to use point-slope form in this example, and point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And this is one of those equations that's going to be useful for writing the equation of the line. So I'm going to replace the y1 and the x1 value with the x1 and y1 values up here, and then I'm going to replace m with the value from the slope right there. So in my equation I have y minus y1 is negative 1 equals m 1/6 times x minus x1, which is negative 3. I'm going to go ahead and take care of these double negatives first so they don't mess me up later. So I've got y plus 1 equals 1/6 times x plus 3. Alright, now we're also going to make sure that we distribute this 1/6 into those parentheses and get rid of those parentheses. So what we'll have next is y plus 1 equals 1/6 x plus, when I do 1/6 times 3, 3 goes into 6 and 3 goes into 3, so 3 goes into 6 twice, 3 goes into 3 once, so I'm going to be left with 1/2. Okay, now I need to subtract 1 from both sides. I know that negative 1 is the same thing as subtracting negative 2 over 2, so we've got 1/2 minus 2 over 2, or negative 1/2. So y equals 1/6 x minus 1/2. So yeah, one of the challenges in this one was making sure I worked with fractions appropriately. Very helpful to have simplified those negatives first, I believe, so that when I distribute, I'm not also worried about that. And then another way that I could have thought about this was 1/6 times 3 would have been 3/6, which I could have reduced to 1/2 as well. Okay, so that should be a 1/2 right here, and then because it was 1/2 minus 1, I need a common denominator, so I put this over 1 and multiplied top and bottom by 2. So that I was doing 1/2 minus 2 over 2, so 1 minus 2 is negative 1. That's where the negative 1/2 came from.